What's going on, guys? If you can't tell, right back here, right there, that is God's Restaurant, the greatest place on earth. That's McDonald's, and I'm sitting here in the McDonald's parking lot because I'm about to go through that drive-thru and grab an Egg White Delight and a large Coke Zero because that's real life. I've been up since 4 in the morning, didn't get a chance to eat breakfast, and I've been slammed today. So that's exactly what this video is about. This video is about how to get rid of the stress and manage the work of this diet nutrition program that we've all taught you to get on. And I've put that post out this week, got some great feedback, and part of it sort of bothers me and sort of concerns me because so many of you all find this process to be stressful. And I want to take some time to sort of show you where this is headed. A lot of this video will be more applicable for you guys that have been with us, that have gone through the program and have now sort of tried to transition this into real life and what we would call maintenance mode. But I do think this will be valuable for the rest of y'all that are really getting started and putting that pedal to the metal right now as well, because it'll kind of show you where this could go. But the thing to know is there's 2 stages, and I hope we've made this clear. Functional dieting. Our goal is not for you to have to weigh and track everything you eat, carry your food scale around with you for the rest of your life. No. Our goal is to take you from what we call diet mode into what we would call maintenance or lifestyle mode. Now, diet mode is where all of you all started. Diet mode is, hey, you've got a goal, and we're going to do some very specific, measurable things to get you there. You need to lose 10 pounds. You need to gain strength, or whatever that goal is. And when you're in diet mode for a short period of time, 12, 24, 30, so depending on how long your goals are, you are putting to the pedal to the metal. Maybe that is stressful, but you are measuring everything you're eating. You're tracking and weighing it. You're putting it in MyFitnessPal. You're weighing yourself every morning. You're measuring your body and reporting back so we can get you there. Now, when I asked the question about do you follow a monthly budget, I know probably in the back of your head, you're like, I know where he's going with this. He's going to say, well, if you can track your monthly budget, you can track your food. It's the same. No, that's not exactly what I meant at all. What I was trying to get you to gear at is, are you a numbers person or not? Have you gone through periods of time in your life where you will get out the numbers and study it to where you can change habits and hit a goal? Because let me tell you, I am not that. I am the lowest stress, non-numbers, non-work, laziest human you've ever met. Really, I know people think that really will shock you, right? But here's the truth about me is that if this thing that we're doing here was stressful or time consuming, I would be the last person on earth that would have done this now for pretty much the last 3 years straight. The reason it's not is there's 2 modes. In diet mode, that's in your household budget. That's when you wake up one morning and you realize, hey, I'm in credit card debt. I'm in over my head. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I'm sick and tired of this. I'm going to make a change. And for a period of time, when you get out, that has to be specific. You've got to look at real numbers, right? You go through and see, hey, how much money am I spending at Starbucks? Are we eating out too much? How many of those little subscriptions to Netflix and Hulu and all this stuff is hitting me every month that I don't even notice and I've forgotten about? And you will systematically go down through that process, making changes, and that takes a little bit of time, right? Now, once you get yourself coasting, you make changes and say, I'm going to get towards my goal of saving this amount of money or getting out of debt or whatever. In your household, you shouldn't have to do that every month. You don't have to cancel your Hulu subscription every single month. You don't have to quit drinking Starbucks every single month. You make that change once at a short period of time, and then your goal is to maintain it. And the same thing happens in diet mode. In diet mode, we're tracking, we're diligent, we are really paying attention to the minute details, and we're trying to hit numbers on the head. Then we transition into maintenance mode. And this is that step that a couple of y'all asked, like, I wish there was a transition piece where I could put this into real life because I don't want to carry my food scale around with me to every restaurant for the rest of my life. Well, good news is you don't have to. Maintenance mode, guys, should not be stressful. Maintenance mode is taking these new habits and applying them. It should take very little time, where we use tracking and food logging as a very general, like putting food in a box and just trying to get close enough. Well, you know what? Forget it. Let me show you exactly what maintenance mode looks like. I took a time a couple days ago and I took my camera around and filmed every single thing I ate in one day. And I also filmed every single time I put it in MyFitnessPal or weighed my food to show you exactly how much time it took and what that day looked like for me. So watch this. home away from home. I'll have a grilled chicken sandwich only, a 12-count grilled nuggets only, and a large Coke Zero.
Yes, okay. Anything else for you guys? That's it.
Free fry.
Hey, your ice cream. Are you done?
That's it. That's exactly how I do it. That's my entire day of eating. And that's pretty much what my day has looked like for the last 6 months or so. Don't at me with whatever making fun of how I eat and how weird it is. I don't care. That's literally what real life looks with me, with kids, having to stop at Chick-fil-A, having to scramble here and there. But that is how I have maintained in this thing we call maintenance mode or lifestyle mode for the last 6 months. In my own journey, I was 250 pounds. My only real goal was to lose weight. I'll be very honest. I wanted there to be less of me walking around on earth every day. I lost 30 or 35 pounds. I weigh about 220 now. And for the last 6 months, really, I haven't really changed off that. I have done exactly what you just saw to maintain that. And I've done a pretty good job of it. Yeah, it's bounced up and down after the holidays a little bit here and there, but for the most part, I've used, I hope what you saw there is my FitnessPal weighing and tracking, not as a precise, every little thing, every little ounce is weighed and tracked to perfection, but as a general box and guideline to just sort of help shape my food. This is the kind of thing where, hey, in your household budget, we've gotten out of debt. We are not spending more money than we make. We've gotten rid of the excess spending. We've fixed some things. We've righted the ship. And now we just kind of got to keep an eye on it, generally speaking, here on out, to make sure we don't reverse course and go back to where we came from. That is maintenance mode in a nutshell. And I hope you saw in that video, I still track to some extent. I still weigh food to some extent. But the entire time, if you've counted the seconds there that I spent tracking food under a food scale or inputting something on my phone in MyFitnessPal, was around 2 minutes in my entire day. I mean, it could literally be counted in seconds because there are little things that get eyeballed. So, I mean, I didn't measure out a cup of chocolate milk at night. I just kind of estimated that. I've been doing this long enough. I didn't measure the creamer in my coffee exactly. My chicken and the chorizo I had in the morning was 4.2 ounces. The entry was for 4 ounces, 0.2 ounces over. I didn't weigh spinach, the whole half a bag of spinach, because there's not really enough macros in it to matter. Same with the fat-free ranch dressing that I had. You find little tricks and tips throughout your day to think, hey, big deal if the spinach isn't tracked or there's 0.2 ounces over on my chicken. More than likely, when I got fat to begin with, it wasn't because I was eating too much spinach and grilled chicken, just going out on a limb there. So you learn these little things that say, hey, by the end of the day, yes, I didn't track a handful of M&Ms. Yes, I had a French fry off my kid's plate. But at the end of the day, if you saw my numbers, I was within 4 or 5 grams, generally speaking, of the targets I had put in MyFitnessPal. Now, were those accurate? No, I could have been under, over, 100, 200 calories probably. But it's close enough to where that wave gets ridden to where if I am going over or under, it's not changing me. I'm still maintaining where I'm at. It's not by enough. Had I start gaining weight slowly, if I got down to 220, then a month later I'm at 224, a month later I'm at 226, 220, 230. Now it's telling me, Will, you have not changed the habits enough when you were in diet mode to learn how to do this on your own. Somewhere you are still going back to overeating, and you do need to get more diligent back on the tracking, back maybe on the estimating, eyeballing for a period of time to where you can figure this thing out again, because otherwise you're yo-yoing. And the whole point of this was for it to be sustainable. This is not supposed to be a yo-yo diet. So tell me where I'm wrong. Please help me here. I don't think that it's that stressful to spend 2 minutes out of my entire day tracking and weighing food, literally what it was, if it keeps me where I'm at and happy. The rest of it really flowed pretty simply. If it was stressful, I can promise you I wouldn't do it. So long story short, diet mode, yes, that is lots of weighing and tracking. For me, still not stressful. For me, it's still freeing because it's just numbers. And although I do have to spend, it's time consuming, it's not necessarily stressful because now all I have to do is put food in these buckets and then eat it. So to me, it lets me actually be free with food and not have to worry about it as much. Some of y'all that translates into stress, I get that. But diet mode is for a short period of time to reach a specific goal. When we reach the goal, we transition to this thing we call lifestyle or maintenance mode, where we will still use the habits we learned in diet mode. We'll still use a little bit of weighing, a little bit of tracking, a whole lot of food awareness, a whole lot of repetition of getting used to eating a certain way, but we're doing it in a much looser and freeing way to get into this thing we call maintenance mode or lifestyle mode that we should be able to carry out indefinitely. Got it? If there's any feedback, guys, please let me know. This is a huge deal for me, as we have to help you all not feel this way for you all that do feel stressed out about this. So please comment below, send me a message, whatever you need to do. Let me know where I've got it wrong. Let me know where your mind or your day is completely different to where this doesn't work for you. Because I or Jana, we really want to help you guys. All right? Take care.